You guys didn't think I forgot about the Newcastle Knights crew mode, did ya? I know the 2020 season is just around the corner, however, I still got 2019 season to finish. I'm going to be finishing it, however, we're just going to be doing things a little bit different. Now, before we're doing sort of live reactions to it, I guess. I was doing live playthroughs, I was playing one round per episode. This time, we're just going to be finishing the season pretty quickly. When we get to the finals, I'll go back to that format. But for the next couple episodes, going to be doing, I think, 3 games at a time. So I've already played them. I've already done the live commentary. Let's take a look at the games.
So, the first game of this episode is a game against the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. I can't remember how we went in the first game we played against them, but you can see the lineups on the screen right now. We're fielding the exact same side. Kalyn Ponga, if you forgot about it, I mean, the experiment didn't work in real life, but for me, the experiment has worked brilliantly. Kalyn Ponga at fullback on this game seemed a little bit wasted to me. I need to get his hands on the ball a lot more. He could do that at 5'8". Looking at the Manly side though, pretty lifelike to the one that they fielded in this same round. You can see there Coruscant, Fanua Blake to Power, very, very strong forward pack. If we can sort of stop their forward pack from doing too much damage, I think we should be okay because their bench isn't the best. But Tommy Turbo is fantastic, and that's not a great start there. You can see we kick it into our own player, and then we end up with the ball there, but there is a knock on, so not a great start. We need to just make sure they don't score. I can handle them, taking a penalty goal. That's okay. Cherry Evans slots it over. I can handle that. It's conceding tries. We can't let them get too big of a lead because I know our team can score points, but me chasing points is not fantastic. 2 points here and there, that's okay. But right now, they're about to go over, and it's a big tackle from Aiden Guerra on Jake Trebojevic. He ends up holding him up there, and we survive. That's a big tackle. And then off the back of that, it's in the second half now. We do end up forcing an error early on. However, I think it's Trebojevic again. He did the error earlier, but he's come up with the goods there. Come up with a big hit, and they hold on, and that's what Manly have been doing, just holding on time after time. But there is a big hit. But the one good thing about big hits in this game is that they do give you a nice quick play of the ball, and that's what we're going to take advantage of. Kalyn Ponga, very, very close there. How he didn't score, I'll never know. That's one of those ones where I'm playing it, I'm not on camera. There's a lot of cussing going on right there. However, no cussing was happening there. Actually, probably a little bit, but in a different way. Earlier was me going, oh man, that really sucked. This time it was a lot of F yeahs and all that sort of stuff. So Kalyn Ponga ends up kicking the goal there, so we do have a lead. I think it was Lachlan Fitzgibbon who ended up scoring the try, and just a little draw and pass there. Denny Levi didn't have the legs to go the distance, but we are well on top of Manly. In fact, I'll tell you, we've been on top of them for the most part throughout this whole game, and what a try that was. I remember I looked at that try, I watched all the replays. I don't think I'm showing them here, but I watched all the replays and I was like, man, that's a nice try. That's a really, really nice try. They're the sort of tries I like to score in Rugby League Live 4. It doesn't happen too often. Connor Watson splits to the defense there, steps around one player. Here's a fullback. He can't go the distance. That is disappointing, but hey, what can you do? And we're looking to score a sealer there. That's exactly what we do. It's a bit of a rough start, but we've come up with the goods in the back end of the game. The second half has been all Newcastle, and that's what we want. Kalyn Ponga kicking the goal as well. It's taken me a long time, multiple years in fact, to finally figure out goal kicking, but we've done that, and there's an error from Manly. In fact, they haven't given it. That's typical Rugby League Live 4 for you, but they're just palming off players left, right and centre. I think that's the third or fourth player they've palmed off, and is he going to go over? He's going to go over Sirinen, but he isn't going to be able to get the ball down, so that's some pretty good defence in the end there. Quite fortunate in the lead up, but Manly are going to capitalise on it. Tommy Turbo, we can't stop him there. Thankfully, we have a big enough lead that it's not really a factor, and Cherry Evans, he starts it very, very wide, is not going to bring it back. I mean, that was very Hazem El Masri style there, except Hazem actually kicks the goal. But we do pick up the first victory of the episode. I mean, it was a pretty strong win, I'd say. I mean, Manly on the game, definitely not as strong as they are in real life. I mean, their forward pack is very good, however, our forward pack's quite good as well, so it kind of nullifies their forward pack. And I mean, Kalyn Ponga, I mean, he's just too good. We're going to take advantage of that, and our backs are going to take advantage of their backs. Now, looking at the ladder, round 20, you can see we're still outside of the top 4. However, we're right on the heels of the Sharks. I think we can do it. I think we can get into the top 4 by the end of this episode. Rightio, so that was a great win against Manly, but we need to back it up against Parramatta. We need a strong end to the season, and the game against the Eels, it definitely is a game that worries me. I mean, you look at this lineup, it speaks for itself. It is very good. They're strong in the back, strong in the halves, strong in the forwards, and they're especially a team that suits Rugby League Live 4 very, very well. lots of speedy, nippy guys, so I would expect them to be quite difficult on this game. I'm not actually sure how they're going in the ladder, but you can see Kalen Ponga nearly gets us off to the perfect start. I didn't expect Kalen to get through the gap, and the little ankle tap sort of put me off. I went to go for the pass, but then all of a sudden he was in space, but I'd already pressed it, and yeah, we ended up throwing the ball over the dead ball line, essentially. But we did get the ball back, but couldn't take advantage of it. But this is a nice run. Jesse Ramian going to try and link up with Kalen Ponga here, which he does, but Ponga isn't going to have the legs there. They ran him down. Don't know if that would happen in real life. Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, it depends on who the player is. Here he is in space, Edric Lee for the corner, and he gets taken into touch. I could not believe it. This was a case of a game where there was a lot of opportunities for me, and I just couldn't convert on it, and I was going, man, what's going on? Is this going to be one of those games? I'm just going to be here smashing a controller or something, and I'm going to end up losing this game. Eels are going to have one chance, and they're going to score and win this game, and there's their one chance. They've gone up. Takarangi off the bench has gone up, and he scored off a bomb. I hate bombs in this game. They're so annoying. I can't score from them, and I concede a lot from them when the other team does it. But Mitchell Moses gets the Eels up for a 6-point lead. Pretty good start for the Eels. I mean, we had a pretty good start, but the Eels just, yeah, they're really taking advantage of my inability to capitalize on things. But Kalen Ponga into some space here. Can he get around them? Yes, he can. Kalen Ponga gets into a bit of space, and this time takes full advantage of it. Earlier, he got run down. Ain't happening this time, mate. It's not happening twice. So Kalen Ponga gets us back in the game right before halftime, I'm pretty sure it was. So that's really sort of a good timing, because if we went at halftime, I mean, I'm not going to say I lose confidence or anything, because I mean, it's only a video game. Maybe in real life you would, but I would have been pretty confident I could have got another try or whatever, but it just takes the pressure off a little bit. And then in space, Heimel Hunt right before halftime, the ball is touched by the Eels. We need to make the tackle. Come on, make the tackle, guys. There we go. And then we've taken it to halftime. 6-all halftime, not too shabby. It is something we can work with, and we're going to go over here. Can we get to the line? Yes, we can. Hernan Essie. He ends up scoring there and puts us into the lead, and Kalen Ponga kicks the goal. So we finally had the lead, and I'm definitely a front runner. When I'm chasing points, I don't tend to play too well, and I'm just glad that we're back in the game. You can see there, just absolute shock and play by me, forcing the offloads, and then they're going to palm off a few plays. Not going to do what Curtis Sirenen did in the previous game. He's not going to reach the try line, but he is going to put them into a great position here. Great field position. They probably should score, and they're going to go over, and they're going to do exactly that. Junior Paulo goes over and scores, and Mitchell Moses levels it. So it is 12-all with less than 15 minutes to go, I'm pretty sure. So I was definitely a little bit nervous, but that's a terrible kick, and we're going to take advantage of this. So stay in. Kalen, stay in, mate. There he has. Oh, no, he's gone in the touch. Oh, no. Disaster. We could have taken advantage of it. Could have went and kicked a field goal. However, thankfully, the Eels have done absolutely nothing with it, and we do get very, very, very lucky. I keep saying very. I could keep going on and on and on about that. Very lucky, great field position. Computer doesn't miss field goals. That would have been game over for us. I don't know why I tried that pass. However, we do go to golden point, and then they end up coming out with a stupid play. The computer does it every now and again. Doesn't happen too often though, but they kicked it straight into their own player. It is a bit of a lengthy kick. My goal kicking isn't the best on this game, but as you saw, it's gotten a lot better, and I'm going to try and slot this one straight over, and that's exactly what we do. Kalen Ponga wins the game for us. The crowd goes mild. The crowd doesn't look too excited, to be honest. I mean, the players themselves, it's just a golden point win. In real life, they'd be jumping around, jumping for joy, and here they are just walking around like, I don't know, they just put 50 on them or something. But yeah, 14-12 win against the Eels. I'll take that every day of the week. Eels are a great team in 2019. Even in 2020, look even stronger. But in 2019, pretty good. Kalen Ponga, man of the match here. He really saved the day. Scored that try before halftime, kept us in the game, and then he ended up scoring the match-winning conversion. So looking at the ladder, the Eels actually weren't doing too well themselves, but we do find ourselves in the top 4 for the first time. Actually, well, I'm not going to say the first time, but the first time in a little while. You can see we're on 30 points there. We're going to be pushing for the top 4. I mean, we can't afford to lose any more games, essentially, because it's so hotly contested at the moment, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to keep winning. That's at least the plan anyways. However, for that plan to work, we're going to have to beat the Cowboys. We're playing at home, but the Cowboys are the best team in this game, I think, in terms of just Rugby League Live 4. I know 2019 wasn't a good season for them in real life. However, this isn't real life, and this is all based off no injuries and, you know, just players overalls, and the Cowboys have a very, very good side. They have lots of international players. They were top of the table for a long time. I think the Rabbitohs are top of the table right now. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to be on our game to win this one. And look, I'm not going to say we're not going to be able to do it, but it's not going to help when we do shit like that. Edric Lee over the sideline and then throws the ball over the sideline himself. So 2 big errors from Edric Lee, and then they capitalised on it. Gavin Cooper just goes straight over. I did go for the intercept, or maybe I wasn't trying to go for intercept, but it definitely looked like it. I know in this game, it tends to sort of, like, you can't lock onto someone, they just throw the pass, and if I throw it, it's an intercept, but when the computer does it, nothing happens. But yeah, Jordan Kahu does miss the goal, which is quite fortunate for us. However, this is not fortunate for us. This is quite unlucky. Jordan McLean ends up grabbing the ball here, palms off a few players, and yeah, just another bad error from us. We are not playing well, and I also believe that when this happened, I wasn't playing this consistently. I was playing like a couple of games here, and then I'd like wait another couple of weeks, and I'd go and play again. So it's not as if I was in form, but the Cowboys do end up picking up a second try there off another error from us. They do kick the goal this time. So a 10-point lead to the Cowboys fairly early on. I mean, I say early on, it probably wasn't really, but just another error. You can see it's just forcing it too much, and the Cowboys are taking advantage of it. Cohen Hess is going to go and score there. Cannot believe it. This happens so often to me. My players don't break tackles like that, yet the computer does it consistently. Time after time, my players are just dropping off tackles, and they finally scored. The other times we were able to hold them up. They might have scored a few tackles later, but at the end of the day, we did end up stopping them. Cohen Hess, though, was the one to break the drought and go and score for the computer. However, they did make an error there, and we're looking to take advantage of it. It is Connor Watson hitting Heimel Hunt with the short ball. What a brilliant little try there. I was saying earlier, the one where there was like a little offload, saying that looked really nice. That sort of one there as well. When it's nice ball playing, it's not just running and doing a step and being like, oh, well, that's Rugby Live 4. I just did a couple steps and I'm over the try line. This one was really nice. I actually meant to do that, and it just worked out well. I had the options there. It just worked perfectly. Now, Connor Watson comes up with a big tackle there. I think it was on Dunn. I don't even really know who Dunn is, but it was a big tackle by Connor Watson. However, they're probably going to go over again here, and this time they get the ball down. This happened earlier. Jake Trbojevic got held up, and they scored a few tackles later, I'm pretty sure. And then this time, they've done it again, and Kahu is going to extend the lead. So, essentially, we're getting absolutely towed up here. I just talked about us going into the top 4, can't drop any more games, and then immediately we get absolutely demolished by the Cowboys. So, not good signs going into the finals. I have confidence in terms of beating the Cowboys in the finals, but I mean, it's not a good sign, I guess. We beat teams like the Roosters and that, so we can beat the top teams, but I think the Cowboys have beat us twice now, so yeah, we definitely need to up our game against the Cowboys if we are to take them on in the finals. However, you can see we do drop out of the top 4, which is quite disappointing. We're level on points with the Storm, our 4 and against us from the start of the season. Absolutely shocking. So we definitely got to win the rest of the games, in my opinion. We just got to go undefeated for the rest of the season, essentially, because we need top 4 to win this comp, I think. I mean, it's just like real life. I would at least like to have that second chance if we do need it.
Righto, guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. On the screen right now is all my social media stuff. MrLuke on YT for Instagram and Twitter. Also Snapchat as well. While you're at it, go ahead and add me on there. Also, make sure to give me a like on Facebook as well. I think that's all my social medias covered. That's everything covered for this episode. Hopefully you did enjoy it. It's a return of the Newcastle Knights career mode. Let's finish this season strong. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.